Hey guys, it's me, Joy, and welcome back to another video. Today I am going to talk about worship. Now, worship is more than just going to church and singing songs on a board. It's more than just going to church and worshiping God. Well, we worship God through worship, but it's more than just praising God. In fact, in Romans 12:1, it says, "Therefore I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God, for this is your true and proper worship." So, our worship to God is living for Him and doing what He tells us to do. That is our worship to God. And it continues, the verse continues on to Romans 12:2, which says, "Do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you'll be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will." So it's saying to not conform to the pattern of this world, to not do what the world wants you to do and go that way, because us as Christians, we're new creations. In 2 Corinthians 5:17, it says, "Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has passed away, behold, the new has come." We have a renewed mind, and we should go by that because we are Christians. When we become Christians, our sin is like it's no more. God doesn't remember our sin. And it's like that sin was taken up and thrown into an ocean, never to be seen again. And we are made new through Christ. So we shouldn't conform any longer to what the world says. We shouldn't do what the world says, because it's not about being popular. It's about showing Jesus. And it's about living for Jesus, and that's what we're called to do as Christians. And it's not about our way, but it's about going God's way. You know, sometimes we want to go our way when we need to go God's way, because God has a plan and a purpose for our lives. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." He has good plans for us. His plans will prosper us. His plans are great for us. And even though sometimes we want to go our own way, we need to go God's way because He knows what's best for us. But, you know, sometimes being a Christian, it's not going to be easy. In fact, Jesus said in John 16:33, "In this world you will have trials, but take heart, for I have overcome the world." So basically, the world is going to hate us. That's what He continues on in John 16 is. He says that the world is not going to like us because we're living for Jesus. There's going to be some people that aren't going to like us, but that's okay because Jesus has overtaken the world, and we have Jesus, and that's all we need. In fact, in James 1:2, it says, "Count it all joy when you face trials of many kinds." When you do something, when you go through something, you need to have joy because you know that God is with you and God is walking with you every step of the way as Christians. And our worship to Him is living for Him and having joy through anything we go through. And living for Him and going His way, that is our worship, and that's what worship means. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed today's video.